Today marks 50 years since Roe v. Wade was decided by the Supreme Court. That decision on January 22nd, 1973, gave people the right to decide whether or not they would have an abortion. My entire life, abortion care has been one of my reproductive choices. But that changed in June of 2022 when the Supreme Court overturned Roe and took away our federal abortion rights, allowing states to decide whether or not they would ban abortion care. Since Roe was overturned last summer, 18 states are now enforcing abortion bans. Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Mississippi, North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, and West Virginia. 12 of those states are southern states. And 14 states, they currently have no abortion clinics operating, leaving entire regions without access to abortion care. We all deserve access to abortion clinics that are rooted in our community with expert medical providers who we trust. That is how we receive the compassionate care that we need and deserve. That is how we are able to live our lives with dignity. Many of the states passing these abortion restrictions are the same states that are facing maternal health crises, which disproportionately impact folks like me, Black women and birthing people, who are 3 times more likely to die during pregnancy and postpartum than white women, and who have the highest maternal mortality rate of any racial or ethnic group. About 56.7% of reproductive age Black women and birthing folks live in one of the 18 states with abortion bans and restricted. This affects nearly 5.8 million Black people. Texas, Georgia, and Florida have the largest number of Black women and birthing people living under abortion bans. And Georgia, where I live, has the highest maternal mortality rate in the country, making it the most dangerous place in the country to be pregnant. That's not all. When states make healthcare like abortion illegal, they turn the legal system against people who are making decisions about their pregnancies. Simple acts like legislators redefining personhood to include unborn fetuses can result in significant charges for abortion or pregnancy loss, including first-degree homicide. Black people are already disproportionately criminalized and arrested, and we suffer more miscarriages and stillbirths than other ethnic groups. These 2 factors increase our risk of being criminalized when states ban and restrict abortion care. This is a vile environment for us to live in. It strips us of our God-given dignity, our ability to make decisions about our body, and our freedom to self-determine and truly create the lives we want to live. But we don't have to settle for what we have now or even what we had before. We can create a society where we don't have these dehumanizing barriers that make our lives more difficult. The truth is, Roe was never enough. It was always the floor and never the ceiling or the ultimate goal. You see, even when Roe was in place, many people were unable to access abortion services. Laws like the Hyde Amendment, which restricts government funding of abortions, make it difficult for women with low incomes and women of color to access abortion care because the services they need aren't covered by their insurance providers. In the decades since Roe, targeted restrictions on abortion providers, known as trap laws, put in place unnecessary waiting periods, fake women's health clinics, known as crisis pregnancy centers, and other barriers that dramatically decrease access to abortion, disproportionately impacting Black communities. This is a public health crisis, and this is an opportunity to reimagine our solutions. Restoring Roe is not enough. We must think bigger and bolder. We need access to abortion care that is free from all hurdles, that is not continuously challenged in court or punished criminally, that is fully available, regardless of where we live, how much money we make, or whether or not we have health insurance. And we need abortion access that is free from social, political, and religious shame and stigma. Thinking of abortion as being free from religious shame and stigma may have thrown some of you for a loop. But we'll talk more about that next time.